Hello, hello. Hey, Aries. So, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, that was a little bit of a confident energy, but obviously, what kind of I felt not like I felt that in the space, and now yeah, I definitely felt that a little bit. Oh my God, hello, how you doing? Anyways, I'm like ranting. Good to see you. This is your first reading that I'm doing on this channel too. I'm so sorry on this channel too. I'm so sorry because we're in the dark a bit. You can kind of see me a little bit, but it felt fitting. Anyways, we're sort of in like the beginning of Pisces season, or the middle. I can't remember. In this current time, I know that this video could be watched at a different time, but at this certain time, we're in the beginning of Pisces season of 2022, and some people, I think, attribute that. No, I think some people, most people, it's a pretty common thing. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's attributed sort of to like either the beginning or like the end stages of like the underworld. I believe it's like the middle or beginning stages of like the underworld, which is like that Pluto um, sort of energy. But for some reason, it's around this like Pisces season. But it's sort of like an underworld thing. So I just say that because we're starting your reading off, or your. I'm not sure if this is weekly or monthly yet, but we're starting your readings off with just being in the dark, and that could be something very interesting. Maybe you feel pretty in the dark. Maybe you are doing something where you're starting, because that could be for sure with that Aries energy is like starting something, and you may be in the dark a little bit with it, but you're trying to push forward. And why I like tripped up was because I almost like switched into like parent mode, and I was like, yo, I'm not a parent. I don't know why I said parent mode. Maybe someone is a parent watching this. But I switched into that mode, and I was like, I totally forgot my thought too, because just so many thoughts. I was like, hey, you better push through. That's what I was gonna say. You better push through. Um, like, I care for you, so please push through. Um, and not just me, but like I heard that. I heard that. I was like, definitely, like, you gotta push through because there's something on the other side. Um, and it's a good thing. It's a great thing. I said it's a good thing, and I was like, no, it's a great thing. It's definitely a great thing. Anyways, what we're gonna be doing with this spread is gonna be just a quick little energy spread. It'll be, like I said, I can't remember if it's for the week or for the month, but it's just gonna be over this. When you hear it, honestly, it could be for what you want. It could be for like the month, the day, the week. It'll be specific on the title for sure when I find out what that is. But but this is definitely just whenever you hear it. It's gonna be a 4 card spread. It's gonna be your current energy, the blessings around you, and what you need to look for, what's going around, the challenges that you might be facing right now, and the outcome, and some little advice. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the Light Seer's Tarot for this spread, and then I'm going to pull out maybe like one or two of the Prism Tarot for some advice at the end. Okay. Very nice. You know, and because I'm doing Aries and it's like I'm talking about starting stuff and this has been on my brain, low-key I do feel like praying, especially because it's dark, and I just feel like paying homage to that because I talk so much about how dark is, and like sometimes that unknown is so special and important. But I'll probably just go bitching about it in the day where I'm like, oh, I hate not knowing stuff. I hate not being in control. So um, I probably will. I probably will. Uh, pay homage, pay my respects, because I really do want to. And if you aren't the praying type, because I don't, I would love for you to just be who you are, and like just live, um, how you want to, and I don't want to interrupt that. So if you're not a prayer person, timestamps below for everything. I'm always on that. Virgo rising, hell yeah. Um, so uh, timestamps are there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for everything you've blessed us with. really appreciate all the blessings as well as the turbulence for what it teaches us and for what you bring us. I just pray that you bless this reading with as much clarity, insight, compassion, and the ease to see each and every message necessary, please. Thank you so much for everything you do for us, and we pray that you were just with us as we walk through what you have made for us. Praise be to the Most High, forever and ever. Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe. I'm feeling like, I don't know why coffee came to my head. I'm feeling like coffee. Okay, let's get this energy. Let me do the current energy for Aries, please. Current energy for Aries. This one came out. You know what? I'm gonna dig deep into my control issues because I'm doing Aries right now, so I feel like I'm allowed to, because you guys will accept me and understand. I asked for one card, and it's really hot in here too. This is a definite Aries energy. Like, because I sit my car a lot, and it can be pretty, like, warm at times, of course, but it's hot. Flip right now. Okay. I get one card for Aries, just current energy, please. Uh-oh. Baby got back. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Okay, your current energy, the Ace of Wands. That is very fitting. Fire, hot. Like I just said, it is steaming. So maybe you're hot. Maybe you're hot right now. Maybe you're really like. Maybe you're on fire. No, not literally. If you are literally on fire, this is the absolute last thing you should be doing. Or maybe, I mean, if you're on fire and you're watching it, like low-key, like mad disrespect. I really appreciate that. That's like. That's dedication. But I really mean like maybe like on fire, like you're really like. I literally was talking about this earlier in the video, the Mac Miller line, lava making so hot I'm turning hot to bacon, and that's just basically talking about like, you know, literally so hot that you just like burning shit down in your path. You're literally like at that temperature. And what lava making? Maybe there's gonna be some, and with the Ace of Wands, that's definitely like some sort of like a passion energy. So there could be some love making in the current energy. I don't know, and I don't know. We could talk about it. Let's talk about it. And we'll do a love reading soon, or something. If that's what you, It's not. I think that's what we're gonna do. So the blessings around you, or the blessing that's coming in, blessing you should be aware of. Uh-oh, I heard that Beyonce, is that the Beyonce song? I can't remember what it is, but it's like, no it's not. I'm gonna be so embarrassed, I don't know who this is, but we'll figure it out soon. I can just really feel it. But I can't find it. The blessing, the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. That makes sense, because it's like what to focus on, sort of, so like it's a blessing. Not really in disguise, but like somewhat in disguise, where it's like and not blessing in disguise in the normal sense. I mean blessing in disguise, where it's like the blessing and it's disguised from you, where it's like it's a blessing and you're not really seeing it because you're so focused on all the other things that are probably going wrong, you know? That's what I mean by blessing in disguise in that sense. I know it's colored differently and it's weird, but kind of roll with me here for a sec on that. So it's like that's what that kind of is. So the Four of Pentacles with that is like, you could be stable, your environment. It could be a very grounded environment, and it could be Four of Pentacles. It could be a stable environment. You could be probably at least comfortable in what's going on. But that could just also make you feel like you got to I don't know, like maybe that you've got to control everything, because maybe it's not enough. We'll figure that out soon. Because for some reason, it's just feeling off. your blessing? The bag. I'm looking at the bag in her hand right now. I wish I could show you the card, but it's really dark. I'm looking at the bag. She's got the bag. So maybe you got the bag. In the bag, I see multiple colors. I see red, I see green, and yellow, blue. Red is about the root. Green is about balance. Yellow is about like your emotional feelings, your feelings on the inside. And blue is about your, I believe, your thoughts. It has to be your thoughts and like your mental action, and maybe like your voice of it. So maybe these are the things that you're probably like just blessed in right now. You're probably a little blessed in knowing a bit of your roots, being able to get back to your roots and your passions. You're probably blessed in like understanding a bit of your feelings right now. Understanding your feelings. You're probably blessed in being able to balance yourself out a little bit in your environment. You're probably blessed in being able to maybe speak for yourself and being able to organize your thoughts and at least speak clearly what you feel and what's going on and what you can like just you're probably just abundant and blessed in being able to at least be able to control what you can just enough, you know. And it is a blessing because while it may be a little bit boring and a little bit stagnant for a moment, you know, it could be something worse. And I'm trying to not. I wanted to not say that in like such a dumb way, because I really that's such like I mean insensitive also, because it's very insensitive to be like it could be you. It could be another way. Like it is in a sense factual, but it also is very insensitive, which is like it's important to be like not freaking, of course, inhumane. Like it's important to care about feelings, and so I just say that in a sense where it's like, no, like I mean, of course, like it's a blessing because I feel like you've worked hard for this stability, and that's a blessing. It's deeper than just your physical stability that you have. It's the fact that you have worked for it and you've worked for that comfort. And I don't know. We'll get to that. The current challenge for you. Current challenge for me is using my brain a little bit. We've got two, so I'm going to take it because I have no room in me left to fight. And maybe that's a feeling that you guys are feeling right now. But we have, for your challenge, is the Tower and Temperance. Interesting. The Tower and Temperance, first off the bat, what's that? Like, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius? Or no, so I'm so sorry, not Pisces. That's the Wheel of Fortune and stuff. So Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Which is all somewhat kind of fire, even though Scorpio is water. We low-key know she a bilingual sign. I'm just that's the wrong word. I'm just doing that as a joke. I'm so sorry. If I feel like my humor doesn't translate that well sometimes. So with the Tower, shakeups, unexpected things as a challenge. Your environment is I was missing that with the Four of Pentacles. Your environment right now is a blessing because your environment is somewhere that is stable and somewhere that's comfortable and somewhere that's secure, and it may just be an environment that you might be taking for granted a bit, or if somewhat. I don't know. I don't want to. You know, I hate watching stuff because someone's telling me I'm blah blah. But I mean, I feel like there's some there. You know, there's a reason why. Because I don't normally like. I'm not normally like you shouldn't be doing this because I could care less. Not couldn't care less. I mean to say, and not to say it like that too. I mean like I'm not one to be so. The best way I can say is naggy on the rules or restrictions. You know, I don't like to go off and tell someone how to live their life or whatever. But like, you know, I I believe there's a purpose to a lot of some of this. Maybe there's something. I'm just gonna continue reading, and obviously I'll find out. Um, the Tower and Temperance as your challenge. Temperance is definitely that sense of balance and creation, the alchemy of just enough of this and just enough of that. Um, just enough, just enough control, just enough not control, just enough stability, but just enough not stability, just enough order, but just enough chaos. Like it's very back and forth, which can feel probably a little frustrating in the Tower with those unexpected. Maybe it's a lot of unexpected, where one moment you're very clear on things, and one moment you're not. Or maybe it's one where it's like one moment you're very comfortable, and one moment you're very not. One moment you're very stable, and then one moment you're very not. One moment you are holding on to your bag, and one moment you're broke, or one moment you are abundant and happy and chill, and one moment you're probably frustrated. And that can be very, it can break you down and build you right back up. That's for sure. But that breaking down is not fun, because it can do that to a lot of different parts of your spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Oh, that's why those four colors are there. Because with that red, green, and blue and yellow, it feels sort of like the four aspects of of spiritually. I don't know why I can't get the word for it right now, but it's like spiritually, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. And those are the things that we use to identify how identify the way that we're being, in a sense. And I can't figure out. I don't know why I can't think. Um, but it just seems that the challenge may be just dealing with that balance of the unexpected, dealing with that balance of maybe having some sort of a passionate power, where it's like you have a control because you have some sort of authority, in a sense where you have built something for yourself, and you may not have a blueprint for it, but you you own that shit, and like you're the best at it. Like literally no one can tell you anything about it. But again, life has its balances, so there are things that you can't control, and there can be very frustrating moments. So it's just important to realize that those frustrating moments exist exactly because you are just as fantastic and powerful as you want to be and as you are. Because it's sort of like the if the sun existed alone and the moon was not here, it would be very confusing. I think we'd be very confused. I think we'd be all over the place without that moon, because the way that the moon controls the cycles and has in sort of a rhythm that most people that really don't even like take into account, of course. Because like I mean, and of course, why would they, like I mean, why should they? It's not really like their job to, like, if you want to believe in it, you can. You want to, it's fine. Like I'm not like telling anyone they have to or anything. But what I'm saying is, personally, what I feel is that without those cycles, we would be in sort of a whack. And obviously, don't even get, and like of course, like I forgot, like the ocean, like that's scientific, and things that the moon controls. But obviously, without the sun, like bro, like that, like they're without the sun, like we're cold, we're literally dead. Like there's no, like, that's why I felt like there's literally nothing else. Like the moon is strange, and we'd probably be really out of whack without it. But the sun, like we literally like cold. We're done. We're fucking done. So. So it's like everything is important. Every piece. Your power, the universe's power, your control, the universe's control. And if you can't get that balance, it's just gonna be out of whack for you. Um, and I don't want that for you. I don't want out of whack. I want you guys to be in. I want you guys to be in the most in whack that you can. You know, because I can. I really do. I really do. But let's see this outcome. Let's see this outcome real quick. You guys are so cool. I feel like some of you guys are so. I feel like you guys are some. Not some. I feel like all of you guys are really cool. There's not a single person here who's not cool, and that's just without. That's just easy. I feel it. Oh my god. Ooh, I do like. What did I say? We would get into something that's nice. I mean, the Ace of Wands is really nice, of course, and Four of Pentacles is cool, but it's not my favorite. And then we have, the Tower and Temperance, which are also good energies, but they're very intense. But I do like your outcome. You have the Three of Cups and the Magician. That's very nice. That's celebration. That's connecting to your own magic. You don't have the blueprint for it, maybe, but you got the magic, and that's literally all you need. Because think about the fact that people use blueprints to create things, right? And maybe they use their own blueprints, right? But they have to make those blueprints, right? Anybody else using a blueprint that didn't make them is using somebody else's blueprint, which is cool, and it's gonna work out great for them. But is that what you want? Do you want someone else's blueprint, or do you want to fucking make your own blueprint? Do you want other people to start building off of your blueprint? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is a whole different story, and it's tough, and it takes a journey inside of yourself to really go through all of that. And the reason why it takes that journey to go through all of that is because like I was saying, red is that root, right? And with the Ace of Wands, I know you can't really see it, and I wish you could, but it's a really red card because fire, it sort of represents that sort of color, like that red, oranges, and yellows, but mostly specifically that red. And because red, it's meant to be. And you know what? I'm gonna paint my nails red again soon because I'm feeling this red energy, like, low-key, and like for sure, like it's gonna be red by the time we have the next Aries reading, for sure. But or any fire reading, okay. But I think Aries low-key because you obviously you guys are my. Well, who knows. Anyways, but what I was saying was it's that root energy, right? And when you think about it, when you water something and it touches the top, that plant is gonna get something from that, but it's not gonna get all the nutrients it needs until it reaches down to that root, and that root takes it and funnels it back up, and takes it through its natural process. So you can take all the information you want and just let it touch your head and drop off, or touch your heart and drop off, or like touch any part of you and drop off. But unless you let it sink in and let it get to that root and then pull that back up out of you, you're not gonna really feel that passion. And I say it in a different sense because I want to say it more like in an empowering way. Like, you probably really should let that sink down into you, get to that root, and let it hit that root in you where it's like, in the root, I mean, because I think we're like childhood, your past, where you come from, like the things that make you, your DNA, like stuff like that. Your blood is red, and that is the stuff that makes up, people. It makes us live, it's a life source. It's a life source to have those roots, because those roots are what keep you alive, because things have to go through those roots all the time. A plant will not live unless things go through the roots all the time, But the outcome is the Three of Cups and the Magician. So connecting to your magic, really feeling it. There might be some sort of a team or a brotherhood or sisterhood that you might be getting into pretty soon too, which is nice. Because I see the sisterhood and the Three Cups with this Light Seer's deck, and I see the Big Dipper, which is a constellation. I laugh because it's also another line. I think it's Mac Miller says, "I'm not a star, I'm way farther with the constellations," and the same song that we were talking about earlier, I believe. So I just laughed at the constellation. I see the sisters have each other's back, so it seems like your outcome with this is that, and it just seems like because you get to your roots and you have your own back, the outcome is that since that radiates out of you and it becomes a part of who you are, and in a sense you learn to root yourself in having your own back, it reflects back in the people that you surround yourself with, the people you connect with, because they're going to have your back just as much as you have your back, especially I'm sorry, and I felt that, I'm sweating now, because I was about to say, really with that fire energy, it's fire, is in a sense that spirituality, because it's Like think about people that gather around campfires, and think about people that like light lighters at like concerts. It's supposed to be a spiritual thing with fire, and in that sense, it's like that. Oh my God! Like why am I? It always happens when I like get passionate about something. It's just like whoop. That fire and that spirituality, those roots. Those roots, there we go, those roots. Think about roots also in a sense of like family, you know? When you have your own back, you are claiming yourself as your family. You're claiming yourself as your brother, as your sister, as your mother, as your father. You're claiming yourself as all these things on every dimension because you are your first father, you are your first mother, your brother, your sister. You may have mother, father, brother, sisters on this planet here, but you have all these parts of you that take care of you, that nurture you, that are like siblings to you, but they are just you, and they're like parts of you on the inside that are different parts that do different things for you know, that have different, right? And when you can show up for yourself in all those ways, you show yourself that you are the whole family that you need, singularly on your own, and that is like something different. That's amazing for yourself to see for yourself, you know, like that's something different. So and it's even crazier for other people to see it out of you, and not only will they like notice that, but they will, if not like us like reflect that, they'll also be the same way, you know, and they're gonna have your back just as much as they have their own back, just as much as they're gonna have your back, and that's really probably what's most important. I think there's probably a lack of like people having your back, especially with not having a blueprint and wanting to go out on like some sort of adventure or like some sort of a process or journey or project. I'm not sure what it is going on, but it's like you don't have a blueprint, and a lot of people who don't have blueprints for their things, but people have their back, can maybe sometimes seem to make it through. Like if people have their back, or like can support them in a sense, and that's what having the back is. It's like supporting someone so that they don't hit their head, you know, or hit or hurt themselves, or in a sense, is supporting someone. So it's like maybe the support wasn't always there for you, and I'm really sorry about that for sure. Um, just know that the support, and I say this not to sound dumb, but to really sound hopeful for you, the support really kind of always was there. It just wasn't really maybe physically present or in your or me. But I feel, and at least in this current moment, that I'm that you know everyone has that at least something looking out for them. That if they were to be aware of it, they could reach out. But I mean, even if they don't reach out, like it still looks out for them, you know. So it's just. Ooh. I'm sorry, the cops are rolling up behind me, and I don't want to give them any attention. But um, do I even have to say it? Like, um, my heart is beating fast because, you know, just do I even have to say it? Uh, God, I love this society. Get a load of this society. You guys could be tense, but yeah, connecting to your magic, manifesting, creating. I definitely see that. That's the outcome, and I like that. Let's get some advice real quick. Get the hell back inside. Oh, wow. This card is coming out so much. It did for the last one. It's doing for this one. It's anger. Can I get some more advice? One more, please. It's definitely how you see it. You have to utilize your vision in the best way, you know. We also have fear. And there's a wall there, but there's a door. It's an opening almost. And I think of opening, and I also think of eyes. It's like opening your eyes. And I talked about a lot about the inside, so opening the eyes, your eyes, maybe on the inside. Fear, letting go of that fear, letting go of what you're afraid to be vulnerable to in order to understand why you're angry. It can be a very scary thing, and and I'm with you. I'm so sorry if it's like that, if it's a vulnerability issue or a fear issue. Let's get one last advice. I just want to pull one more. Some good things. Let's see one nice thing for him. I love my Aries gang. I just want to. Ooh, we have love. Oh my God. I mean, also had caution that like flipped out in a weird way. So maybe there's something you gotta be cautious about, for sure. Just be careful of. Oh, and balance also came out. So be careful of the balance that you have in love, the balance that you give and that you take, because you can give too much, you can take too much, for sure. Other people can give too much, make too much, take too much. So stand your ground on that, for sure. Like, you know, once you know your love, you know what you deserve in love, you know what you shouldn't deserve in love, and you you best stand up for that. I know so many times in my life I didn't stand up for that for myself, and boy, I'm not mad at it because I understand that that's what you do in that certain time. But boy, if it was 2022 and someone played me like they played me in 20 whatever, it'll be a different story. I don't know why I'm pulling a different deck out. Was that it? Oh my God, that was it. Oh, okay. So that pretty much was the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a really fun energy, and I can't wait to get back into it next time. And I really hope you guys have a great one. I don't know what I'm sounding so like. It's probably because it's really late. So I'm sorry about that. But you know, maybe next time I see you there'll be sunshine. Probably not. Who knows? All right, hopping out of here. You guys have a great one. Bye bye.